Grant Boone and Paige McKenzie watching Jessica Korda finishing up a scintillating first 9 holes.
Yeah, you mentioned how important the 18th hole was to last year's event, an important 18th hole today.
Birdie on her first 9 holes. Here is the defending champ, Gabby Lopez, at the 8th.
She was so excited to get her season started. It was a very short off season for these players.
It's a lot shorter when you are a winner and you get to play in this event. The next event on the calendar is not until another month. And Danielle Kang, twice a winner last year with shots like that at the 9th.
Got to think that below the hole gives them a little bit of a putting advantage, but have to be careful of that short side left.
That's on a great line if it's enough. Pretty dialed in right now.
Yeah. Couple darts.
Makes it easy, doesn't it, Jerry, when you give Gabby Lopez a line?
Especially when she's playing with confidence.
From the transition on the way down, it's very much like a baseball swing. Working from the ground up.
Really good.
Yeah. That's going to find a good piece of ground out there.
Wow.
Well, and unlike a lot of baseball players, he doesn't have problems with the difference of shoulder angles.
Sure.
And the difference of the turns. As we look at his swing again, Paige.
The other thing is the elbow position often changes in the baseball swing as well. You can see he's got a little bit of the fly there, but that transition is where you're going to see the most similarity. It is about...
Probably will stay that way. Par 3 14th, a birdie putt for Stacy Lewis. This would be for 3 in a row. Remember, this was her first event after having baby.
This is now the 11th hole, and Brooke Henderson playing her second shot. Brooke Henderson has had some good numbers around this golf course.
Mike, thank you so much. And Mike's got a good view here of Lexi Thompson at the 10th for birdie.
Hey, girl. Nice birdie left.
Now live.
Down the hill, not much break, but very fast.
Pretty good there by Korda.
Yeah, so she'll go to stay right there at 6 under. How about 7 under par 30 on her first 9 holes? 13 putts.
These putts are getting...
Yeah. And now Nellie Korda, younger sister of Jessica. Paige, you and I were talking. How many years will we have no win? All right, let's see how sister Nellie handles this birdie attempt at the 14th. Good enough? Oh, just enough.
Good putt.
Down to the tee at 5. This is Jessica Korda.
Yeah, this 5-iron in hand and helping out of the left ever so slightly. That's a good looking shot just left of the hole.
Playing 200 yards today, Trip. That's a pretty good carry with a 5-iron. Here has this to save her par. Of course, so solid. Always admire Stacy Lewis's putting stroke and how soft she seems to hold it in her hands. On the 11th hole, this is Lexi Thompson to try and pay off the shot into the green for her birdie. Good for speed, and these greens, we were told that they actually tend to speed up just a little bit as the day goes on because, you know, nothing is growing.
Gabby with enough distance to get home here easily in 2, but you really want to be on the right side of the fairway. Unfortunately, right is where all the trouble is.
This is a nightmare for anybody that slices the ball. For any high handicap amateur, this is your nightmare, standing on the 10th tee. No trouble, though, for Gabby Lopez.
All right. Unos, dos, tres. 3 in a row for Gabby.
Points for a hole in one, 5 for an eagle, 3 for a birdie.
This is the 6th, Jessica Korda.
That's a wedge on the way from 132. Good looking shot.
Ooh, yeah, baby.
She said that a lot today.
Yeah, she's been throwing some darts.
And here's the comebacker for par for Jess Korda.
Yeah, a little more on the plate than she wants. Definitely got her attention.
stroke.
Here's the only two-time winner from last year in the field this week. Se-Young Kim not here. Danielle Kang is. She won the first two events after the restart. Late July, early August in Toledo.
Turning right early, should level out late.
We're seeing that same level of intensity from Gabby that we've gotten used to, but she was coming into this event, she talked about being as confident as she ever has been. She said she felt like she was the strongest she's been in her career. She had a couple injuries.
Brooke Henderson on the 13th hole. This is for her birdie. Oh. And I think when the greens are this fast, players do tend to allow just a hair more for the break.
The top three for the Americans in that Solheim Cup in September. Brooke Henderson says she desperately wants to win a major championship again this year. The major she did win was back in 2016.
Coming back. Great shot.
KPG Women's PGA. Came so close last year. She didn't win the Outback Steakhouse for life that a hole-in-one would have earned, but she'll settle for a birdie. All right, here is the drivable 16th, and it's Nelly Korda. And she drove it.
312 today.
About that.
Heck of a shot.
Well, don't have a lot of tap-in birdies. Take those and run. Sort of 4 under, and now just 1 off the lead. Good start.
Stacey Lewis for a birdie on the penultimate hole, and ooh, yep.
Took the breath away of many, the few players or people out there watching, I should say.
It's painful sometimes when you watch them like that, because they hold your attention all the way, and then it doesn't make that final turn.
Gabby at the 12th for par.
Good long look at it, doesn't do much.
Ooh.
Safe.
Brooke Henderson. That was at the 15th. So she'll stay 3 under with the lead at -5.
And this is Kang trying to have a 2-putt birdie on this par 5 13th. Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
5th last year, Derek Lowe at this event. Stacey Lewis, this for the lead. Take 3 every day at the 18th.
Yeah, they did move the tees up this year compared to last year, but it's still a really challenging hole. In the whole location on the left side of the green, visually might be a little more intimidating, but I actually think it's a little more gettable.
Well, and we saw this tremendous second shot from Nelly Korda onto this 17th. This for an eagle. Oh, go.
How
Do
good.
it. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
So good.
Nearly back-to-back eagles. Just missed at 16, the par 4.
We go to 14.
And Danielle Kang to tie Nelly Korda. Will it stretch? Ooh. Now there's everything to smile about these days for Danielle Kang.
And not just because of COVID, she took her time coming back after the LPGA restart.
This is 15.
And that was Cole Swindell. Getting one to roll in the hole quite nicely, singer-songwriter.
Well, after a terrific greenside bunker shot, this to save par for Jessica. So just one hole left, the par 3 9th.
Mark it.
And to the par 3 14th, Gabby Lopez.
Going with 6-iron, breezing from the left. It has been a striped show today from Gabby, and here's another beauty.
They've said that a lot today.
Well, and it's got to be, you know, she's had a relationship with Lorena Ochoa, one of the other legends in the game.
This one very slippery, turning right. Hasn't phased her much on these fast putts.
What hold up?
Ooh.
It never looked like it was going in, but then it kind of just
Stopped turning
yeah,
and
kind of
hung on. Give it that 10 seconds.
got it from every side.
No, but it's true. It's that is the consequence of being aggressive, is that you may have shorter putts. They just may be a little more tricky.
His hero Rafa Nadal in the 4th round of the French Open last year, and Jessica and Nelly were watching from the ShopRite LPGA Classic, cheering him on.
And that was Jessica just finishing off her birdie on the 9th hole.
Yeah, then you're just kicking yourself. So you at least want to be able to give it a run.
It's the second shot at the short 16th. This is Cole Swindell trip.
Oh my, that was not easy, Grant. He made that look easy.
So they're tied with Kang as we take you to 15 and Karen Stupples.
And that is Gabby Lopez.
Little skinny with an 8-iron out of that bunker. Bad bounce on the tee shot, but recovered nicely.
All the players definitely pay attention to it and keep track of which hole.
This is Lexi with a putter at 16.
What a good play. So many options, but committing to one. Obviously a lot less variables to deal with just a putter in hand.
Yeah. It is the old line that we've heard all our lives growing up. A bad putt is probably going to be gold medalist with the U.S. basketball team in 2017.
This is Brooke Henderson with her 3rd shot. Just from the right side, playing across the green. Ooh. And actually not a bad place to put that 2nd shot when you consider the amount of green that she ended up having to use.
17.
This is Brooke Henderson for her birdie after that tremendous little pitch across the green. And doing what Brooke Henderson does. Back on track on those par 5s. That's more like it, Brooke. Just needed a little bit more umph. As we go to the 9th, that is Brittany Lincecum finishing off for her par. Had a really nice round of golf today. She had 6 birdies on her round, just the 1 bogey. It was all there. I think it just a bit quicker than she was expecting.
And this last little bit is slow, kind of going back up to that hill, so it definitely makes it a little more difficult to judge the distance to climb the hill with that pitch shot. Disappointing par on the par 5.
She obviously felt that she could get to this green in 2 with just an iron in her hand. I mean, that was the impressive part. Yes. She just bailed out on it.
Pretty straightforward. Well,
how about perfect?
Yeah.
The work she's put in with Butch Harmon in all areas of her game.
One of my favorites.
Kang to take the lead up ahead.
Nothing in this putt.
A great tee shot. Nearly hold the pitch for eagle. Takes advantage of the short par 4. And Danielle Kang, who opened with 63 last year here. 3 contestants from USC, 2 from University of Southern California, and Sterling Sharp there from University of South Carolina. Marcus Allen and Sophia Popov, the former Trojans.
Céline Boudier from France, and just a really solid player. Really, we saw what she was capable of at the Solheim Cup, just a steady player and doing just that.
Not too much trouble.
Now can Céline Boudier finish off her birdie putt? She can. Nicely done. That'll move her to 3 under par.
Well, it's hard to compare players of any era. John Smoltz, you know, compared to Max Scherzer these days. Baseball. Lexi, that was not a tap in, and she managed it perfectly. We can tell he does have some game. Golf as well. Gabby Lopez, scrambling par on the short 16th.
Fearful fairway bunker.
Yeah.
Walk away with 4.
17.
And this is Danielle Kang for a birdie to get it to 8 under par. Oof. That kind of putt's normally where she loves to live, that kind of range.
She sure looks like she's having a good time out there. You know, and actually, I spoke with her caddy, Ollie Brett, earlier in the week, and he was talking about how
Nights ago. This looks promising.
Yes!
Oh, and he will not let her hear the end of it. Back to 17.
And Gabby Lopez with a 3rd shot, just a couple back of the lead at the moment.
89 yards and a sand wedge.
Nice.
Beauty.